The second one is MEC. We talked a little bit about them earlier because they chose to close their doors on the day of the strike. But what MEC did that's really interesting is they've kind of completely oriented towards a sustainable mission and communication strategy. As an outdoor apparel company, they have a lot of reason to do so because the people who buy their products are the same ones who spend their time, their free time, and they spend their passionate time out in the natural world and enjoying that. And so it's really important to them to make sure that they preserve it and conserve it. And so what they've done is they looked at their overall commitment, and this is what's really common when you do this, is if you look at where your impact is really coming from, you see that it's not the plastic in your supply chain. It's not, you know, the gas car that you drive. It's probably, especially in Canada, it's probably the buildings that you reside in. And so they invested in store retrofits. So having a low leakage in terms of heat and energy from their office and their offices and stores. So they invested in their building envelopes and retrofits for high efficiency heating and cooling and ventilation units. And on top of that, on top of this being the best environmental decision, they've yielded massive returns in efficiency. On top of that, they looked at their products because it is important to consider your products. And they said, beyond climate, it's important that we reduce the level of microplastics used. So they've invested in research on microplastics, which are those tiny little bits of plastic that get caught up in fish and other ecosystems, and we end up ingesting. They've also invested in recycled polyester for most of their fleeces and other polyester products, and they've had 100% organic cotton for quite some time now. And what their CEO said is that if consumers don't trust what you sell or how you operate your business, it's going to catch up with you. And that's incredibly important to recognize. This is good leadership from the executives of MEC.